What's up my nicks and nuggets, it's your boy Rated bringing you my top 10 list of my favorite PS3 games. Just to give you guys a disclaimer, in this video I'll be talking about games that I have played and completed and games that gave me a good time throughout my PS3 career. So let's get started.
When your worlds collide and crashing from the sky, I'll be a sad sunlight to guide you home. No, you are not alone.
I started playing PS3 on September 1st, 2012, and one of the first games I ever got with the console was Infamous 2. I really wouldn't be surprised if you guys haven't heard of this game. As the title goes, this is a pretty infamous game. If you guys have seen the movie called Crank by Jason Statham, you would know what this game is all about. It's basically about this guy who kills people using the electrical power, and he needs to recharge it with the electricity that is around him, like in the cars or in electrical lines or through by other means that produces electrical charges. Sucker Punch did make a sequel to this game called Infamous Second Son, but as the review goes, Infamous 2 was the best out of the series. Moving on my list, second up we have Sleeping Dogs. This game is made by one of my favorite game developers, Square Enix. So here's the deal. If you like open world games like GTA 5 and Assassin's Creed, and if you like martial arts and parkour combined into one game, that's what this game is all about. The downside for this game is that it contains a very tiny small map, but at the same time the map contains a lot of adventurous stuff to explore, and the game is pretty much full on action packed. Number 8, we have a game that came straight out of the Call of Duty series, and it is Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 2 was full of heights and therefore trickshotters loved it. Since Modern Warfare 3 contained no height, the trickshotters really didn't like this game. The campaign was one of the best campaigns you could ever expect from a Call of Duty franchise, as Call of Duty is mainly focused onto the multiplayer. And also the survival was very interesting with new score streaks and upgrades and pretty much every single thing you would expect from a survival game. Okay, now I knew I needed to pick a racing game for this list, and that's why I chose the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. EA Sports delivered us gamers with a whole entirely new fresh game which we could remember for decades, and that's what this game was all about. The game consisted of a whole variety of new features that no other racing game ever had until the point of the release, and these features included being a cop and chasing other racing cars, and also having the ability to play multiplayer, as this was one of the most important and one of the best and the first racing games to ever consist multiplayer. The game was released in 2010, and until now this game is still the undisputed champion of having the most high rated and the most sold out racing game of the decade. My top game pick for number 6 is Assassin's Creed Revelations. If you guys don't know me personally, I used to be a PC gamer, and what got me into PC gaming was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That game was one of the best games I ever played in all of my life, and still is in my top 5 all-time games. Since I don't own it on the PS3, I decided to go with Revelations, which was a sequel to the Assassin's Creed 2. This game was an amazing game, and it combined Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood together and pretty much gave what we needed. Even though Assassin's Creed 3, Black Flag, Rogue, Unity, all those released, I think the Assassin's Creed 2 series was one of the best and contained 3 games, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood and Revelations, and Brotherhood and Revelation totally stood out, and Revelations was the best for the PS3. For number 5, I chose a DLC, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. Yes guys, this is a DLC and thus not considered as a game, but this DLC was so expensive as it almost cost $60 on PlayStation Store when it came out. Maybe it was because of the cost why Rockstar decided to release this game by itself instead of being able to play with the actual game. And to be honest, it was one of the best zombie games out there, or pretty much the only zombie game I liked. If you like zombie based games and also a bit of indie mixed with it, this game is for you. This is a West Coast OG game just made for all the indie lovers out there, so if you are a countryman, go for this game. For number 4, we have Tomb Raider. As if you are a retro gamer or a really old gamer, you know why I chose this. For all the PS2 and PS1 lovers out there, you would know Lara Croft series was one of the best games out there. Even though it was 2D, the game was amazing. But then in 2012, Square Enix took the game into a whole new level, making it a 3D world where we could explore and do everything in a third-person view, and the game was freaking amazing. As expected, the missions in the game were pretty difficult and challenging, and also the storyline was a fair bit long, which I was surprised about. The storyline contained a real heart-touching survival story of a girl named Lara Croft, as you would already know by the series, and yeah, if you like a good campaign or a good storyline game, go for this. For number 3, I picked a game that was the second best rated game of 2013, coming just behind Grand Theft Auto 5, and the game is The Last of Us. This game received a really high rating, a 10 out of 10 by IGN, 5 out of 5 by Metacritic, and a 10 out of 10 by Edge. One of the main things we lack in today's games are a good storyline, and this game, oh man, delivers one of the best storylines, one of the most emotional storylines, and pretty much one of the best action type storyline you could ever play in pretty much any game. This game is called The Last of Us. Yes, as soon as I said the name, you would know that this game is amazing if you already played it. If you haven't, please try it out. Even though this game was not focused more on the multiplayer, they did have an option to play multiplayer, and it wasn't too bad. Since the original game did very good, the directors at Naughty Dog are planning on to make a sequel and calling it The Last of Us 2. For number 2, Rockstar produced a game that pretty much changed the whole course of game in the gaming community, and the game was Grand Theft Auto 5. Yes, they have released a lot of Grand Theft Auto series during the period of PS3, and now it got transferred into PS4s and the next gen. But on PS3, the game that stood out the most was GTA 5. Rockstar made a shit ton of money making this game, and I really think they deserved it. The developers of Rockstar put a lot of time investing on GTA 5 and took 6 long years to make the next GTA, which was Grand Theft Auto 5, and it, as expected, gave us what we needed. It had the great storyline, a great long storyline that put us on our feet for a very long time. It got a lot of Easter eggs. The online mode is great as ever we expected. If you're a real true gamer, you would love this game, as this game is a combination of a variety of games combined. You can free roam around the map, you can do races, you can do missions, you can do shooting, and on the next gen consoles you can even do first person view, which kinda turns out to be Call of Duty on GTA 5. And also you can go to strip club. Who doesn't want to do that? Come on, man. And last and final, we have the number 1 pick for my best top favorite game on PS3, and it is, give me a drum roll. I can't do a drum roll. It is the Black Ops 2. The game was released on 2012. 3 years passed. For majority of the Call of Duty community, this is their favorite Call of Duty. This game contained everything a shooting gamer or FPS gamer would want. Futuristic touch, multiplayer, survival, zombies, and a great campaign. This game transformed trickshotting into a whole new level. Since the Modern Warfare 2 series, this game was the game changer for all the trickshotters. The Call of Duty developers have been pushing their limit to give us fans a new Call of Duty like the Ghost and Advanced Warfare, but they completely failed with those two. All we need is Black Ops 3. Please listen to the fans and please give us what we need. So I'll be so pumped to see what Call of Duty they release on 2015. So stay tuned for that, guys, and yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, please comment on the video, and if you already haven't subscribed, please smack that subscribe button and stay cool. And as always, it's your boy Rated out. Peace!
Oh my god, a rated.